Today we'll discuss another greedy method algorithm that is distress algorithm. This is used for finding the shortest path between, that is from a single source vertex to all other vertices. So here we are going to select one single vertex as the source node. From that source node we have to find the shortest path to all other nodes. The single source shortest path problem. So for a given vertex called the source in a weighted connector graph, find shortest paths to all its other vertices. So most widely used applications are transportation planning and packet routing in communication networks. Okay, transportation planning. So transportation planning that will be done using shortest path problem, and packet routing in the communication network is also used this distress algorithm. So less applications include finding shortest paths are, that is used in social networks, speech recognition, document formatting, robotics, compilers, and airline crew scheduling. These are the less application that uses shortest paths. In the world of entertainment, that is when you use the games, when you play with the games in your system or in your computer, that is, one can mention pathfinding in video games and finding best solution to puzzles using the state space graph. I'll tell you what is a state space graph. When we discuss, we have some algorithms like N-Queen's algorithms we have, and then subset some problems we have. So while discussing that, I'll tell you what is a state space graph. So working of distress algorithm, you can see the GIF here. Okay, single source shortest path. You can consider any one vertex as a single source. Okay, one source you have to select. Okay, if you don't write the code for selecting one source, then you can select the first vertex itself as the source. Usually, while solving the problem in the question paper also, they'll mention which is the source node. Okay, if 5 is the source node, for example, from 5 to 1, 5 to 2, 5 to 3, 5 to 4, 5 to 6, we have to find the shortest path. Okay, if it is not mentioned, you can select first one as the source vertex, and 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and 1 to 6. According to this graph I'm telling, you have to find the shortest path. So from the source node to all other vertices, we have to find the shortest path. Okay, so consider this graph. So we have 6 vertices here, right? So first one is the source vertex. We are considering first one as the source vertex according to the GIF. This is downloaded from the internet. Okay, first one is the source vertex. So 1 to 2 it is 7, 1 to 3 it is 9, and 1 to 6 it is 14. It will select the one which is having smallest weight. Okay, so 7 is the smallest weight. So it will consider from source vertex. Initially it will consider source vertex. From the source vertex, it will check with the adjacent vertices. From the adjacent vertices, it will select the one which is having lowest cost to the particular vertex. For example, here from 1, 2 is connected, 3 is connected, and 6 is connected. So these 3 are the adjacent vertices for 1. So from 1 to 2 it is 7, 1 to 3 it is 9, and 1 to 6 it is 14. So it will select which is having lowest cost. So it will select the 7, that is 1 to 2. It will select 1 to 2, that is 7. Then it will check for 3. It will check for 3. When we have the direct edge, that is 1 to 3, which is 9. And we have from 2 also we have, right? So 7 plus 10, it is 17. But 9 is less than 17, right? 9 is less than 17. So it will select the shortest path. So 1 to 3 will be selected. That will be the shortest path. Similarly, so 1 to 3 it is 9. Shortest path from 1 to 2 it is 7. 1 to 3 it is 9. Okay, then it will select for all other vertices. It will check for 4 now. It will check for 4. If while checking for 4, you can notice that 1 to 3 it is 9, and 1 to 4 it is 11. Sorry, 3 to 4 it is 11. So 9 plus 11 it will be 20. So via 2, if we consider 7 plus 15 it is 22. 7 plus 15 it is 22. So 20 is lesser than 22. So 20 will be selected. Okay, via 2 it will be 22 for 4, and via 3 it will be 20 for 4. So 20 is less than 22, right? So 20 will be considered. Okay, then 1, 2, here whatever the was vertex selected, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it will select the next vertex as 6. Okay, it will select the next vertex as 6. So 1 to 3 it is 9, 3 to 6 it is 12. Direct edge from 1 to 6 it is 14. Direct edge from 1 to 6 it is 14. But via 3, via 2 we cannot reach 6. Via 3 it is 9 plus 2 it is 11. Okay, 9 plus 2 it is 11. So it will select 11. Then from 6 to 5 it is 9. 11 plus 9 it is 20. Okay, 11 plus 9 it is 20. And if we go to 5 via 4, it will be 20 plus 6, 26. 26 is greater than 20, right? So 20 will be considered. Okay, shortest path problem, it will consider one source vertex. From that source vertex, it will find the shortest path to all other vertices. Okay, I hope you understood how it works. So this is the idea of Dijkstra's algorithm. The subtree of the shortest path is already found, is shown in the bold. The next nearest to the source V0. So we have V0 as the source vertex. So V0 vertex, U star is selected by comparing the lengths of the subtree's path increased by the distances to vertices adjacent to the subtree's vertices. Okay, for example, from V star to U star, we have one edge. Then we have another vertex, that is name is not there for that. From there also we have edge to U star. So whichever is the smallest one, that will be selected. Then let us discuss Dijkstra's algorithm. So algorithm Dijkstra's G, S, Dijkstra's algorithm for single source shortest path. So this is the aim of the algorithm. So it will find this is for single source shortest path, that is from a single source it will find the shortest path to all other vertices in the graph. An input is weighted connected graph G is equal to V, E with non-negative weights and its vertexes. Remember that it works for only positive weights. Okay, it works for only positive weights, and it works for directed graph also and undirected graph also. It works for directed graph also and undirected graph also. But if you have negative weight, then it doesn't work. For that, we have another algorithm, that is Bellman-Ford algorithm. We'll discuss that. That is also there for the syllabus. We'll discuss that. You'll come to know about it, how it works. So if we have negative weight edges, this algorithm will not work. Okay, it is for positive or non-negative weights, and its vertex, yes. Yes is the source vertex. Output is the length dv of a shortest path from S to V. So V is all other vertices. V is all other vertices, and S is the source vertex. Okay, S to V for all the vertices V from S, it will list the shortest path. That will be the output. And its penultimate vertex PV for vertex, every vertex V in V. Okay, which is the previous vertex, it will tell you that. Last one, penultimate means last but one. Okay, second last for each and every vertex. From via which vertex we have a shortest path, it will tell you that. Okay, so initialize queue. This is a priority queue. Okay, this is the priority queue. Initialize queue. Initialize priority queue to empty. Okay, initially it will be empty. So for every vertex v in v, dv is equal to infinity. Initially, distance from source vertex to all other vertices is equal to infinity because we don't know the shortest path initially. Then PV is equal to null. Okay, PV is equal to null, that is intermediate vertex which reach to the final vertex, that will be null. Then insert q comma v comma dv. Initialize vertex priority in the priority queue. Okay, initially it will be infinity. Initially it will be, all the values will be infinity. So insert q comma v comma dv. Insert all these values into q. Okay, insert into q v comma dv. V means all the vertices. For example, if we have 5 vertex, then it will be 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Okay, for all the vertices 2, 3, 4 and 5, it will assign infinity in the priority queue, that is initial value. Then ds is equal to 0. So for the vertex, source vertex, we are assigning 0 because source vertex to source vertex it will be 0. Okay, source vertex to source vertex. For example, 1 to 1, node 1 to node 1, it will be 0. Distance is 0. If you are present in a particular place, you need not to travel to reach the same place. Right? You are already there in that place. So distance is 0 there. Distance is 0. So for the source vertex to source vertex, it will be 0. Decrease q comma s comma ds. Decrease q comma s comma ds means initially you have assigned infinity value for all the distances, right? So decrease it, assign 0 value for the source vertex. Okay, assign 0 value for the source vertex, that is update priority of s with ds. Okay, you are assigning 0 to source vertex in q. Okay, then vt is equal to null. Initially 3 vertices are null. It works similar to your Prim's algorithm while finding this that finds the shortest path spanning tree, right? It works similar to that. So 3 vertices are is equal to null. Initially we have not added any 3 vertices. Then for I is equal to 0 to number of vertices minus 1. For I is equal to 0 to number of vertices minus 1, u star is equal to delete minimum of q. U star is equal to delete minimum of q. So here minimum of q means we have assigned all the value to infinity, right? We have assigned all the value to infinity. So only for the source vertex we have assigned 0. So source vertex will be removed. Okay, that is having minimum value. That is having minimum value. That is the priority value is minimum. Minimum priority element. Delete the minimum priority element. Minimum priority element means the value you have to check. So minimum value, it will be 0 because you have changed only for the source vertex. For the source vertex it is 0. That 0 will be removed. That is for the first source vertex will be u star. Source vertex will be assigned to u star. Then vt is equal to vt union u star. Vt, it is initially null. We don't have any vertices in the tree. So now add one vertex to the tree, that is u star. What is u star here? Initially u star is your source vertex. Source vertex will be added to the tree. Okay. Then for every vertex u in v minus vt. Now source vertex is present in tree. For all other vertices you have to find out. So this will be done for each and every vertex when you keep on adding one at a time. Okay, for every vertex u in v minus vt, that is adjacent to u star. So we have to select the one which is adjacent to the vertex which you have selected as u star. Okay, so v minus vt, you have to select the vertices which is not present in tree. V minus Vt means it is present in graph, but it is not present in tree. Such a vertex you have to select. Okay. If du star plus w of, that is weight of u star comma u, if it is less than du. So initially you have assigned du, right? That is infinity. You have assigned infinity to all the vertices in the queue. Now it will check from the source vertex or from the vertex you have selected du star. From that vertex du star plus w of, that is weight of u star to u. Okay, that u star comma u is an edge. U star comma u is an edge. You have to select the one which is having lesser cost. Okay, lesser weight or lesser cost. If it is less than the value which is already present in priority, then update it. Okay, if it is lesser, then only update it. Update the value of du. Du is equal to du star plus w of u star comma u. That is, for example, in the previous GIF while discussing, we have seen that 1 to 4 via 2, it was 7 plus 15, 22. When we considered intermediate vertex as 2, 1 to 4 was 22, right? And if we consider intermediate vertex as 3, then 9 plus 11, it was 20. So 20 is lesser than 22. So 20 will be updated here for vertex 4. Okay, so this will be done for each and every vertex. Then PU is equal to U star. What is PU here? This is penultimate vertex. Okay, that is intermediate vertex from source vertex to the vertex U. Okay, U star is the intermediate vertex from vertex to the source vertex to the vertex, that is U. Okay, decrease Q comma U comma du. Now decrease the value of du with the new value which you have selected. So for U, distance will be du. Decrease the value, whatever it is already present, you just change the value to du. So this will be continued for each and every vertex. So let us consider the example. In this example, we have 5 vertices. So if we consider A as the source vertex, we have to find the shortest path between A to B, A to C, A to D, and A to E. Okay. Remember that it works similar to your Prim's algorithm. Okay, it works similar to your Prim's algorithm, but Prim's algorithm, in Prim's algorithm, what happens? Every time it will select the shortest cost edge and it will add it to the tree, right? And that is adjacent to the vertices which is already present in the tree. And here it will add the values from the source vertex to the particular vertex and it will find the shortest path. That is the only difference here. Okay, let us discuss with this example. So source vertex considered will be A. Initially we have not considered any of the vertex. Remaining vertices are B, C, D, and E. In B, C, D, and E, B is adjacent to A and D is adjacent to A. Okay, B and D are directly connected vertices from A. So A to B it is 3 and A to D it is 7. Okay, A to B it is 3, A to D is 7. This is intermediate vertexes A itself. Intermediate vertexes A itself here. So within the bracket we have A. A to B it is 3, A to D it is 7. Remaining 2 vertices we don't have the directed. That's why it will be infinity. Okay, you can see with the graph. So remaining vertices from A to B is connected, A to D is connected, right? A to B is 3 and A to D is 7. But C and D are not directly connected to E. It is not directly connected to A. We don't know the shortest path initially. So it will be considered as infinity. Okay, it will be considered as infinity. So here it will select the one which is having lowest cost. So A to B is equal to 3, that will be selected here. So A to B 3, that is vertex B will be selected and that will be added to the tree. AB will be added to the tree. Then from A, we don't have direct edge to C, right? But we have from B. Via B we have. So B to C it is 4. B to C it is 4 and A to B is 3. So 3 plus 4 it is equal to 7. Okay, 3 plus 4 it is equal to 7. That is the shortest path from A to C. That will be the shortest path from A to C. Okay, I hope you are getting. So initially we have selected B now. We have selected B. So from B only we have to check. So A to C we don't have direct edge. Via B we have 3 plus 4 it is equal to 7. So that will be updated here. B to C is 7. and then A to D is 7. A to D is 7. But if we consider via B, it will be 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, 3 plus 2, 5. Now it will update the priority queue. It will update the priority queue for the vertex D with the new value, that is decrease. Decrease means it was 7 initially, right? From A to D it was 7. So decrease it with the new value, it is equal to 5. Okay, that is A to B is 3, B to D is 2. 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. That will be updated in the priority queue. From B, we don't have direct edge to E. From B also, we don't have direct edge to E. So that will not be changed. So it will be infinity only. Okay. Now selected edges B to D, which is equal to 2. Which is equal to 2. So here 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. Right. So we have A to C 7 and we have A to D, which is equal to 5. Minimum value is 5. So that will be selected for the tree, for the spanning tree if we consider. Okay, it will be selected and shortest path is 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. That will be added to the tree. Then D, B to D, which is equal to 5, that will be added to the tree. Then remaining vertices are B to C, which is equal to 7. Via D, if we consider 5 plus 5. A to D is 5. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. But previous value, it is 7. So it will not be changed. Previous value, which was 7, which will not be changed because that is only the lesser value. Then via D, D to E, it is 4. D to E, it is 4. So 5 plus 4, which is equal to 9. 5 plus 4, which is equal to 9. So among these two values, 7 is the lesser value, right? So B to C will be selected in the tree. Okay, that will be added to the tree. That is B to C 7. That is A to B is 3. 3 B to C, which is equal to 4. Shortest path is 7 from E. That will be selected. And D to E, which is equal to 9, that will be selected next. Okay. And here, that will be the last vertex. Up to number of vertices -1, it will work. Okay. Number of vertices -1, we have already done. So it will select from A to E, it is 9 and it will stop there. Okay. Now the shortest path that is identified will be listed below. You can see that from A to B, it is AB, that is of direct edge, which is of length 3. Okay, length is equal to 3 with the direct edge. And A to D is A to B, B to D. Length is 5. A to B is 3, B to D is 2. 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. And A to C is A to B, B to C. A to B is 3, B to C is 4, which length is 7. And from A to E, A to B, B to D, D to E with length 9. Okay, this is the shortest path. This is how you have to write the tracing for the algorithm distress. Okay, for finding the shortest path from single source vertex to all other vertices. Fine. I hope you understood this concept. Okay, we have efficiency in the next slide. We'll discuss that. The time efficiency of distress algorithm depends on the data structures used for implementing the priority queue and for representing an input graph. The data structure which we have used for representing your priority queue and the input graph. So time efficiency depends on that. We know that graph can be represented using adjacency list or adjacency matrix. Since it includes cost, so we have to use cost adjacency matrix or cost adjacency list. Okay, so depending on how it is implemented, that is how it is represented, that is graph and priority queue. So the values will change for the efficiency. So it is theta of V square for graphs represented by their weight matrix. If it is weight adjacency matrix or cost adjacency matrix, then the efficiency of the algorithm is theta of V square. It is almost similar to your Prim's algorithm, and the priority queue implemented as an unordered array. Okay, if it is implemented as an unordered array, priority queue, and graph is represented by weight adjacency matrix, then it will be theta of b square. B square, that is number of vertices square. Okay, number of vertices square. For the graphs represented by their adjacency list and the priority queue implemented as a minimum heap. Heap in this module itself we'll discuss that what is a heap. So here for the graph represented by adjacency list and priority queue implemented using minimum heap, the time efficiency is in big O of number of edges log number of vertices. Okay, I hope you understood the concept. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.